Hello. This is Purana Talk. We're reading the Garuda Purana, the first part of it, and we're at chapter 208. This being an encyclopedic work, we're covering all sorts of topics, and right now the topic is prosody, by which we mean poetry, something akin to it. We're discussing the meters in Sanskrit poetry, poetics, or prosody. Suta's doing the talking, and he says, 1. Arya is of 8 ganas, out of which the odds should not have jagana. The 6th one may be jagana or nagana with lagu, and the foot should end with it, the 6th gana, after the 2nd lagu. Now we've gotten technical, so if you're really paying attention in the last chapter and took notes and meditated on it, you might remember what ganas are, and these are like iams and meters in poetics. But yeah, we're just going to read this and until we get to the other side. 2. The 7th gana from the beginning consists of laghu. In the second half of arya, the foot ends with the 5th gana. When the foot ends with the first 3 ganas in each half, it is called patya. When the foot ends after the first 3 ganas in each half, it is called vipula. 3. When the second and the fourth ones are jaganas flanked by 2 gurus, it is called chapala. When the first half is like chapala and the second half like arya or patya or vipula, it is called mukha chapala. When the first half is like arya and the second half like chapala, it is called sajagana. 4. When the first half and the second half both are like the first half of arya, it is called giti. When the first half and the second half both are like the second half of arya, it is called upagiti. When the first half is like the second half of arya and the second half is like the first half of arya, it is called udgiti. 5. When one more guru is added after the first half of arya, it is called aryagiti. When there are 6 matras in the odds and 8 matras in the even feet, and after each feet there is ragana, laghu, and guru, it is called Vaitalia. There'll be a test. 6. When after each feat of Vaitalia there is ragana and yagana, it is called Aupachandasika. 7. When bhagana is followed by 2 gurus, it is called apatalika. When the second matra is dependent and there is laghu in all the feet, it is called dakshinantika. When the second is dependent in the odd feet, it is called udichyavritti. When the fourth and fifth matras are dependent in the even feet, it is called pratyavritti. When both the characteristics are these, it is called pravrittaka. 9. When all the feet are even, like the even feet of pravrittaka, it is called ekapadika. When all the feet are like the odd feet of pravrittaka, it is called charuhasini. The aforementioned meters come under the category of Vaitalia. When the nagana and sagana do not come after the first syllable and yagana comes after the fourth syllable, it is called vaktra. When there is jagana after the fourth syllable in the even feet, it is called patyavaktra. If it is so in the odd feet, it is called viparita patyavaktra. When there is nagana after the fourth syllable in the odd feet, it is called chapala vaktra. When the seventh syllable is laghu in the odd feet, it is called vipula. In the opinion of Saitava, it is so in all the feet. If there is magana after the fourth syllable, it is called mavipula. If ragana, ravipula. If nagana, navipula. And if tagana, tavipula. 12 to 13. When these are 16 laghus in each feet, it is called achaladhriti. When the ninth syllable is laghu and the last one guru, it is called matra samha. Matra sama. If there is jagana or nagana with laghu after the fourth matra, it is called vilshoka. When these are 4 laghus in feet, it is called vanavasika. When the 5th, the 8th, and the 9th matra in each foot is laghu, it is called chitra of 16 matras. A mixture of the meters of even matras is called padakulika. When the number of varnas is deducted from the total number of matras in the meter, we get the number of gurus. When the number of gurus is deducted from total number of matras in the meter, we get the number of laghus. When the number of laghus is deducted from the total number of matras in the meter and the resultant is divided by 2, we get the number of gurus. 16.
How elegant.
If I had any idea what they were talking about, at least.
Well, I have some idea.
Good. 16. When there are 28 laghus in the first half and 30 laghus in the second half, it is called shikha. The reverse of this is kanja. 17. When there are 16 gurus in the first half and 32 laghus in the second half, it is called ananga krira. When there are 27 laghus in both the halves, it is called ruchira. Thus I have told about the meters based on matras. Now I should tell you about the ones based on varnas.
In the next
can't wait.
Chapter.
Oh boy.
So here's what I think's happening. He's explaining. He gave us the parts of strong, like long and short vowels last time, and he's trying to explain that there's all these different possibilities in terms of meter, in the way the length of line that you choose.
So the gurus
and
are the
where
long
the
syllables.
different pieces come.
Gurus are long syllables and laghus are short syllables.
Right. Exactly.
Just going back here. So it's interesting when they say there are 28 laghus. No, where was it? 16 gurus in the first half and 32 laghus in the second half. It's like
of the big composition they're talking about.
But let me finish.
Yeah.
And there's 16 gurus in the first half and 32 laghus in the second half. And if the gurus are the long ones and the laghus are the short ones, you got 16 long ones to 32 short ones. Right. 32 is twice 16. So
right, in that form. But there's a bunch of forms they run by in this chapter, and they give names for each one, and they tell you how you can tell which one you've got.
I got that.
So that's what's going on, is that they're explaining all these different poetic forms that different things might be in. And the only clue that might tip its hand a little bit about this is that there was sort of an implication of a goddess name in one of the forms, but I don't remember now which one it was. It was.
That's next time. We haven't done that yet.
We haven't done that one.
No.
Well, I don't remember. It was.
I don't remember either.
Dakshin, that one.
There. Oh, Dakshinantika. Well, Dakshin is south. Southward.
Okay.
It's not like induction collie is the southern collie or southern facing
But
collie.
you know, these names might imply what the form is used for. Is what I was thinking.
Oh, you mean magically or
just
prosaically, or
what,
you know,
what
sort of,
what tradition you'd find
if it's a
in
historical
that form.
text or a genealogical text, it might be written in one more than another, or that sort of thing.
I'm the Ayatollah. I'm the leader of the mullahs. You know, it's like. So if you've got something, if you've got a pattern going in the words like that, then you know you get a rhythm going.
Okay.
And that's all I'm pointing out. And they're showing a whole bunch of different rhythm patterns and giving names to them.
Yeah.
What I'm wondering is if those match up to ritual occasions, or you know, do you just pick the one you like, or
some of them may be purely theoretical, just to round out the set in an elegant way. You know, I mean, it's hard to know if they're all even in use.
Well, that'd be a really good question. If you're a Sanskrit poet scholar,
run with it.
You know,
there's your dissertation.
Let us know.
Well, I'm going to go now. I mean, we're both going to go now. You're going to go now. It's a mutual thing. We're all going to just
we're going
poof.